The University of Cross River State has held its sixth inaugural lecture on the topic Parasites in Samba Macabre Paradise, 10 Ablations of Man-Parasite Irredentism. The event was held at the new Cafe Auditorium of UNICROSS in Calabar. Esther Ofem brings you details.
The acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Francisca Bassi, represented by the Director of Administration, Professor Thomas Ojikpong, while welcoming the audience to the sixth inaugural lecture of the institution, urged them to listen attentively in order to be able to explore in its knowledge.
I wish to warmly welcome all of us to the sixth inaugural lecture of the University of Cross River State. We have come here to listen to a professor who is going to profess what he has been professing. Thank you very much.
Delivering the sixth inaugural lecture, Professor Emmanuel Chukwunonye Uta, who said his work was inspired by the consistent rise in the rates of parasites infection, described a parasite as any living organism that maintains an intimate association with a different but bigger and stronger species of animal or plants, and depends on it at least for its nutritional requirements, and which is potentially injurious to, or which actually injures that bigger and stronger species. Professor Uta stated that parasites and parasitic infections have been known for considerable antiquity, and that only those with the most vibrant immune system can hold it at bay, given its nature of universal distribution. While referencing the inaugural topic, he noted that the connotation of parasite in Samba Macabre is a strange behavior of parasites and its machination that are considered dangerous to their host while enhancing its propagation. Adding that the environment, the climate, and economic poverty makes African countries most susceptible to parasitic infections. However, Professor Emmanuel Chukwunonye Uta recommended that parasite control be integrated into primary healthcare structure and that governments at all levels should incorporate deliberate policy and advocacy in all control programs for parasitic diseases.
Title is Parasites in Samba Macabre in Paradise, 10 Ablations of Man-Parasite Irredentism. The background of this work: Albert Einstein said, "Science without religion is lame, religion without science is blind." The lecture today is the sixth, as I was said, the first in the field of parasitology, public health, and tropical medicine, and it represents the alpha in the pack of the current administration of Professor Francisca Bassi.
In an interview, the Dean of Deans, Professor Godwin Afebende, and the Director of Academic Planning, Professor Anna Etta, lauded the academic efforts and contributions of Professor Uta. They said the institution is proud to have him.
A very important parasite in Macabre, which is
In another development, the University of Cross River held an interactive section with its students and the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Education Loan Fund to chart a way forward for students who are financially incapable and how they can access education. Esther Ofem reporting.